What? Back out here? Can I go in here? Ah.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh yeah, it's fenced in.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Was it sending me back to the beginning of the game? Just cause I didn't mean to unplug the. I did mean to unplug the phone, but it's like you've seen me playing shit tons of games, you know, just conjuring up random bullshit that I'd like to do, but obviously the game isn't gonna let me do. I thought it was something like that. It's, I plugged it to wall. Let's unplug it. It did. I didn't mean to. Well, clearly I did, but I didn't realize it was gonna.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't think you can even load. But oh man, dudes, you're gonna hate me, aren't you? But I just like to see all the branches, you know. I like deliberately defying them as well. Go, fuck this. He's gonna wait.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
It's fucked. What's happened here? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. How could it have messed around with the numbers on a door? Especially like that. What? Alright. Oh, it's just backwards. I thought it might be some kind of code. I can't do it. No, it's forced me back here. Unless I can go back in again. No, it's not let me do it. Fine.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
Don't you even fucking dare.
I have to.
It better not literally do it. Good. Hey, cool.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
I mean to.
What? Did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Spoilers?
It would have been so perfect.
Maybe.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Reset. Let's see if you can fuck it up again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh, I did not like that, did it?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing
It was worth a
responsibly
look, wasn't it? It
and
was worth a
always
look.
putting the story
Right.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm
All
gonna do it,
right.
I'm gonna do it.
When Stanley came to a set
Left
of
door,
2
left
open
door, we got
doors, he entered the door on his
Yep,
left.
left door. This is where it looks like normal.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to resolve a dispute with a co-worker? Let it ball up inside you, take it out passively aggressively on other co-workers, or resent co-workers for not supporting you more or something. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique, you most of all. What do people want? Things? Money? More money? Things, but with money to buy more things? Graphs? Graphs about things plus money. What's the thing that was scribbled out? Happy feelings. Mike James, you are fired. Throw something in the ideas bin. We need less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the death spot portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. Need more water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Use a big net. Broom closet. Yeah, I don't know, it seemed to stand out. Oh, the stairs again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Can't go
walked
down this time.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, it's fancy in here now. Oh, very fancy. Thought I'd try that door. You never know. Just don't know this game at all, it's proper random. That's what's awesome about it. I wanted to read that, what is it? Business time. God. The panda with a gun to its head. Why?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Night Sharks again.
Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
It's fucking disgusting, we got pictures here, innit? You wouldn't dare have that in your office. Even the green's a little bit gaudy for an office, isn't it?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
But I'm admiring the artworks.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Alright, I was just about to say, like, these pictures are definitely taken around, like, England and shit, aren't they?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh! What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That's what Stanley, I think he showed Stanley how he looks before, actually. I'm not sure, but...
Stanley? Hello?
Not in this game yet.
Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
As if I got a different...
make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Oh, it's sad.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Oh, I feel bad for him a little bit. I'm sure I won't later on when he turns into a complete twat. But
take as much time as you need.
As if there were a branch there, I had no idea. Just, like I say, the branches are way more clear now. Way more clear. Well, not so much like clearer, but more in your face and stuff like that. It's easier to know that you're making a branch choice, or like in that case, he's just stumbled on it. I was busy admiring all the pictures, and like maybe I could have gone forward, but because I deliberately broke stuff and then been forced to reset and go to the left side and then stop doing anything as far as the game was concerned, that triggered a branch. You know what I mean? That's weird, isn't it? Like, I'm sure if you got there normally and then just stood there, it wouldn't have reset the game like that, would it? It wouldn't have ended. So, like I say, they've done a really, really good job with the sheer amount of dialogue now, the sheer amount of branching paths.
All of his co-workers
way
were gone.
More of them.
What could it mean?
Especially when you're accidentally
Stanley
doing
to go
them.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Accidental path. Well, an accidental end. That wasn't really a path, was it? But I guess it was, but... Accidental end. So wait, if I'd have gone through the door, would something else happen? Is there more paths? Well, more ends down that way? Like if I'd have gone through the boss door? And then stopped later on past that? Would that have triggered something different? Who the fuck knows?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
right, let's try the good way now. Let's try a good way.
Left.
Okay, let's listen to him fully. Do what he wants. Try do by him best that we can. We made him sad. He got a bit angry. He did get a bit angry, but we made him sad as well. So let's try and make him happy now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because it was fast enough to get back here, wasn't it? Hey up! Hey up! That's completely different. That's completely different. As is that? Executive bathroom. That wasn't there like that before. I'd have noticed a bathroom. You know me, I'd have noticed.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Completely different. So, there was something extra to do down that route, wasn't there then? I could have gone through the door and progressed down that to maybe to a different end. I'll have to do that as well at some point. But how do I trigger that? Do I have to go the wrong way and then get reset back and then go the... Oh, fuck knows. Jeez. It doesn't seem to be bitching me out yet. In the elevator then. Sweet. This is a nice elevator. I know my elevators.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
There is an underground facility. It did semi-spoiler it. Not really, but still.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh. No. Oh, it's hard. I said I were gonna do... No. Oh. I said I were gonna make him happy dinner and he said he goes into the mind control... Oh, it's fucking hard to do what he wants. Whew, I'm glad it shut the door behind me. Hey-oh. Light bulb.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
He did have the strength to find out. This is fancier than before, isn't it? If it's the same kind of room. Lights. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, new platform. Well, we had lights, and we've had camera. Is this going to be action?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
427?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Do you know, I don't know about you guys, but I almost get like a Portal 2 kind of vibe with this game, like compared to the original. It's like grander in its set pieces and everything.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't want to push that big red button, that might turn it on, he might get angry if I do that. He wants to dismantle it. How do I dismantle it? Oh wait, this seems to be on and off. Yeah. Right, let's do what he wants. He got mad last time I turned it on. Right, let's turn it off. Can't go anywhere.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
No, it's not blackness, there's lines there.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
That's really nice.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Looks like a cinema screen to me, actually, now I look at it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility
could be an hour away from where I live
before him. This was exactly the way,
maybe a bit exaggerated
right
with
now,
hills and stuff like that, but
things were meant to happen.
Close.
And Stanley was happy.
Oh, nice ending is nice. Beat the game. The nice way. Yeah, I'm pretty nice with that. Right, now let's completely fuck it up. Let's take this nice ending and completely fuck it up.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
So
memo.
what can we do? We ain't gone right and then left, have we?
Came to a set of two open. This was not the correct way
So if
to
it
the
just
meeting room.
goes back
and
into
Stanley
regular,
knew
or if it changes
perfectly
anything
well.
up to the point where we've
Perhaps
been.
he wanted to stop
You know what
by
I'm
the
saying?
employee
Forget round
lounge
here,
first,
and then I
just
go
to admire
left.
it.
No, wait a minute. I thought there was a way to go left. Oh, okay.
Stanley felt lightheaded.
What?
Butterflies in his
Thing
stomach.
again?
Giddy in a way
How many
he
different
had
pieces
never
of dialogue
known
is for this
before.
bit?
Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly,
Oh my
truly, deeply,
Madly.
madly, love. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Always starts at 20 past 11, doesn't it? And time does tick down. Like that clock, it's been like a couple of minutes. It always seems to tick down accurately.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. We're on one path at the moment. We're on one path. Let's stick to one path.
Yet there was not a single person
That's
here
always the
either.
same.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Wait a minute,
office.
it can go down
to a
now?
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's like I've been saying, they've changed up the paths quite a lot. It's way more noticeable. Like I said, I don't know if I missed any paths in the original. I assume I did, but it just seems like there's a hell of... I mean, it should be, innit? It's a standalone, so it should be more. It's not a mod anymore. But there's way more branching paths, and it's more satisfying finding the different branching paths. Like, it seems like if you take the right door and then go back onto this path, you get the option to go down the stairs. It seems like if you break the game a little bit and then end up back at the boss's office, it's completely different, you know, stuff like that. Oh man, no, we're one path at a time. I know how to change it up then. Right, so this is all the same still. Oh man, I've forgotten the code.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Different, isn't it?
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Sweet 45.
2845.
Is that different?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
See if he says anything. Definitely a different dialogue at the beginning, though.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What's the need of this epic-sized roof?
2845.
2845. I know. I'm admiring the art again. There's no panda with a gun to its head. That must have been like a joke one. Is that it?
Forgot. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Cool. It's great, innit? It really is. Right, so let's try and make him a bit mad near the end this time. He flipped out in the mod.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No. One path. Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Like I said, I like going down one path and then doing it again and seeing the different dialogue and trying to do a different option. Like now I'll play around with the buttons in that place and
their true nature revealed.
I'll turn the machine on.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I like it in here, it's proper good.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused
I should have actually stood there, shouldn't I?
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It seems like there's something afoot down here. So many buttons and that 5 button and stuff. I'm pushing every damn button, me. Hey, what's that door? No? Okay. 2. There's gotta be something in there. 1, 2. And there are 5. And that's down now. Let's try push these buttons in order. That's 2. So we need a 3 and a 4. I don't know where 5 is. That's a 4. Is that all it is? Just a 4? Just a 4. Right, so we know where 4 is. We just need to find 3. Five's over there. 1, 2. Wait a minute, what's that? Stairs. Let's try the stairs. Huh. Just for fancy. Just for fancy. So there's 5. One, two. Console disabled. 1, 2, and 4 there's there. 5's over there. If 3 of them are so close together, surely... That button doesn't even work. It looks like it does, but it doesn't.